7 habits that keep you poor and how to break them fast. 80% of people in the US are living paycheck to paycheck. And no, it's not just about how much you make, it's about habits, tiny decisions made every day that silently drain your bank account. If you're stuck financially, chances are you're doing at least one of these 7 things and don't even realize it. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through 7 silent money habits that keep people poor and how to flip each one into a wealth building strategy. Welcome to Finance Teacher, where we make simple, joyful, and stress-free money habits. If you're ready to take control of your financial future, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your future self will thank you. Habit 1 is living without a budget. Not having a budget is like driving blindfolded. You might get somewhere, but it probably won't be where you want to go. Without a budget, you have no idea where your money is going, no control, no intention, just vibes. And vibes don't pay the bills. To break this habit, start with a simple method, like the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt payoff. Or you could try the zero-based budgeting rules, where every single dollar is given a job. Basically, you start out each month, you list all of your expenses, and any money that's left over, well, you list your income and your expenses. Any money that's left over, you go ahead and allocate towards savings or paying off debt, so on and so forth. So at the end of the month, you have zero net income or expenses. Habit number 2 is treating credit cards like free money. Here's the trap with credit cards. You spend, you get the stuff now, and then you worry about the bill later. But that bill, it comes with 20% interest. That $100 purchase could end up costing $300. To break this habit, make it a rule. If you can't pay it off in full at the end of the month, don't charge it. Try switching to debit or even cash for day-to-day expenses. It builds awareness and keeps spending real. Once again, just pay it all off month to month, and actually you'll help your credit score if you pay it off early or you pay it off twice in a month as the expenses come in, and you can still get the points when you pay it off. Habit number 3 is delaying investing. This one hits hard because time is the most powerful wealth builder, and once it's gone, it's gone. If you're waiting to make more money before you invest, you're missing the magic of compound interest. Just $50 a month in a simple index fund can turn into tens of thousands of dollars if you start early. You don't need to be rich to invest. You need to start as soon as possible. If you invest at age 25, that money will grow over the 10 years between 25 and 35. Whereas if you start at 35, you will be starting at 0, and then you won't be able to see as much in terms of growth, especially as it grows. It has that upward turn to make it even more effective through compound interest. Habit number 4 is impulse spending to feel better. Emotional spending gives you a quick dopamine hit, but leaves a long-term dent in your bank account. You're not buying the thing, you're buying the feeling, and it's expensive. To break this, try the 24-hour rule. If you want something, wait 24 hours before buying. Still want it? See if you can wait a couple of days. Still want it? Wait a week. Still want it after that? Wait a month. If you can wait a month and you still want the item, then cool, buy it. But if you don't want the item after 24 hours, a day, a week, or a month, you just saved yourself money and regret. Habit number 5 is no emergency fund. Life happens, cars break down, pets get sick, and you lose a job. And if you don't have a buffer, every emergency turns into debt. Start with $500. Build up to 3 to 6 months of basic expenses over time for your emergency fund. You don't need to get there overnight, but without a plan, you'll stay stuck in survival mode. Start out with $50 a month. Over 10 months, that's less than a year, you'll have $500 saved up. If you can do that for 20 months, that's about a year and 3/4, then you'll have 1,000. So aim to save at least $1,000 within the next 2 years, and that will help with any stress you have about money. If you can, try to save $100 a month. Then you can get to 1,000 in 10 months. To determine how much you really need for your emergency fund, go into your budget, figure out what your expenses are for 1 month, times that by 3, and then that's your minimum 3 months emergency fund. Times it by 6, and you'll have your 6 months emergency um, fund being able to be allocated in case you lose your job or you lose something that happens, or all kinds of things can happen. That way you can sleep peacefully at night, and if a big car repair comes up or unexpected tax bill, or you need to get dentures or something, you can always utilize your emergency fund as a backup to help pay for things. This is usually just kept set aside, and you're not allowed to touch it unless there's an actual emergency. Use a separate savings or a separate process to save for big items like the car or a new house and stuff like that. All right, so habit number 6 is relying on one income stream. Even a secure job can disappear in an instant. One paycheck, one boss, one economic shakeup, and boom, you're back at zero. If you have an emergency fund, that makes this much more easy to handle, because you'll have multiple income streams and your emergency fund to cover expenses if you lose your job. So you will want to try to diversify your income. For example, freelance a skill. You could sell products online. You could start some content creation, or you could potentially even invest for passive income with purchasing stocks that have dividends. Start small and then grow over time. I'm not saying that would be an income stream to replace a full-time income right away, especially, but eventually, if you do it over several decades, it will come in handy and you can utilize it down the line for the dividends. Now, these are 4 ideas, but you know your skills, you know what you can do, and you know there are a lot of different ways to increase your income nowadays with Instacart delivery or ride shares, or even just selling items on Poshmark or Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of ways to diversify income and or set up separate hustles to be able to increase your income monthly and diversify your income streams. You can also pick up small skills that you could do on the weekend, like perhaps copywriting or bookkeeping, and freelance these things out, graphic design. Just let your friends know if you know how to build websites. There's all different things you can do that are pickup gigs that could be helpful if you ever, for whatever reason, lost your job. All right, so habit number 7 is not learning about money. So this one is sneaky. If you were never taught how money works, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now. The good news is learning is free. You can watch videos like this, listen to finance podcasts, read a few books. You don't need a degree. You just need curiosity and perseverance and consistency. So here are all 7 habits in review. Develop a budget. Don't misuse credit. Don't overspend. Pay it off every month. Invest sooner rather than later so you can capitalize on compound interest. Avoid emotional spending. See if you can wait to purchase something. 24 hours, a week, a month, then you don't need it. You'd be surprised how much you really don't need when you think you need it. Build your emergency fund. Try to get 3 to 6 months set aside so you can sleep at night and so that you can have a buffer if for whatever reason you lose your job. Set up multiple income streams. Develop a side skill and freelance. See if you can bring in some gig economy money so that you can have peace in case you lose one main source of income. And number 7, of course, is to learn about money. Even breaking one of these can completely change your financial future. Now it's your turn. Which habit are you working on right now? Drop it in the comments. I reply to every single one. Let's build a financially free community together. If this video has helped you out, give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to see this. We're all about making money simple and fun here on The Finance Teacher. And if you want to go deeper, check out the next video on the Finance Teacher channel.